Big showdown here between San Miguel Beer and the Purefoods hot dogs. Starting units on your screen. Samboy Lim will be starting off for the beer men this evening. First possession goes to Purefoods. Dean Dupumaran is inside. Samboy Lim contests possession. Picked up by Jerry Codinera. Alvin Patrimonio is underneath. And rebound to France Pumaran.
And you know, right away you can see that each team is trying to find its strength here in the early going. Great exchange there between Dignadice and Alvin Teng. Now, as we said, Glenn Capascio could be a pivotal player in this particular ball game. He's matched up against Art de la Cruz, who's bigger, but then, you know, the experience of Capascio and his ability to create shots, not just for himself but for the other teams, will play an important role for the Purefoods hot dogs. Glenn Capascio will help Dindo Pumaren a great deal.
Well, Glenn Capascio certainly is one of those players that you could consider dangerous because he does so many moves.
Oh, yes.
And he can do a lot of things on the hard court. Ives with a turnaround jumper over Patrimonio. Jerry Codinera has the rebound. Here's Glenn Capascio. Boy Cabahug up against Samboy Lim. Dignadice gets the ball out of his hands. And Ives gets it off to Franz Pumaran. Good bounce to Alvin Teng. He gets away. Oh, he gave me that shot.
An embarrassing moment there for Alvin Teng. He had the layup. Actually, could have used his left hand and used it off the glass.
Got a wrong spin on that basketball. Capascio with a miss. Franz Pumaran with a lead pass to Art de la Cruz, but he is traveling. No basket there.
Well, he just took one step too many. He had his eye on the iron before he realized how close he was, or rather how far he was from the basket. There you can see.
He did expect the pass, but he had his back turned. Caught the ball in time, but did not have the rhythm.
Well, that just goes to show how badly each team wants this particular ball game. And when these two deeply experienced teams may have those kinds of jitters in the early going, you're in for a great game.
We certainly expect that. There's Jerry Codinera giving Purefoods a 2-point lead early on.
Now, Jerry is going to be very important to the Purefoods cause tonight, especially since he is an unusual matchup for either Alvin Teng or Ramon Fernandez. He's stronger than Fernandez, but a bit quicker than Teng. So he's really got to be less laid back.
That time, Ives Dignadice showing everyone that he does not intend to play a laid-back game tonight. Franz Pumaran gives it to Samboy Lim. Pull-up job for a three-pointer. Glenn Capascio with a rebound. We are tied at 4-all.
Three of the first four attempts of Purefoods have come from the outside, so that just goes to show that they're trying to explore that facet of their game. And as we said, they're going to need to get that shot to open up the inside.
Triple V by Dindo Pumaran. As he said, they are starting to open up the inside. Just testing the water, so to speak, but getting a bonus that time with that shot drilled in by Dindo. Purefoods up by 3. Ives spots Art de la Cruz inside. Trying to use the mismatch against Dindo Pumaran, but couldn't get it to drop.
Precisely. A bit of intimidation there provided also by Jerry Codinera.
Jerry Codinera, yes. Cabahug with a miss. Dignadice with a rebound to Franz Pumaran. Pumaran pulls up. Yes! Triple V! Franz Pumaran.
I tell you, it's catching.
The Pumaran brothers have just scored a rainbow shot apiece. There's Coach Ding Panganiban of the TJ Hot Dogs.
Well, he's done a great job of unleashing the players' talent. The problem now will be the kind of tempo that this ball game assumes.
Samboy Lim with a miscue in what is usually his favorite play. Dindo missing that one, and Art de la Cruz taps it to Samboy Lim. Alvin Patrimonio asking for a loose ball foul, not getting it. Alvin Teng.
Well, in that last sequence, the big men of San Miguel Bay were slow to get back on defense, and that's something they cannot afford against a very dangerous juggernaut like the Purefoods hot dogs.
Meantime, Boy Cabajo gives up this foul.
A nudge out there against Samboy Lim. We're tied at 7, Ed.
Yes, this is our third deadlock in the game. Samboy Lim with a fall away.
And you see Glenn Capascio has picked up a couple of rebounds early, and he's helped take some of the pressure off. As you see, a great block there from Alvin Teng on Alvin Patrimonio.
Could have been a great shot, but Alvin Teng foiled it. Jericho Dinera coming out of the fray of that turnover. Glenn Capascio tries a three-point shot. He gets it.
Capascio, 3 points.
This early, Purefoods, which was not really taking a lot of three-point shots the past couple of seasons, already has 2 out of 3 from three-point territory.
The other one, of course, coming from Dean Dipomaran early on. Ives. And Samboy Lim with the offensive rebound. A handoff. De La Cruz pops. Yes. 1-point lead for the TJ Hot Dogs.
I'm sure Ding Panganiban is happy with the way his team is shooting, but they've got to be careful not to be lured into a very fast game this early on.
Dean Dipomaran is setting it up for the TJ Hot Dogs. Jericho Dinera coming out and drilling it in from inside the key.
That's an important shot for Jericho Dinera, especially when he's got to play the low post against a double-teaming San Miguel Beer squad. And you see Ramon Fernandez is going to come in relatively early.
Yes, Norman Black feels it's time. Samboy Lim asking for a clear out. Art De La Cruz coming in. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Alvin Teng puts it up. Gets it back. Up against Jerry Cordillera. And referee Benji Chua is going to call a foul on Jerry. He's working this game together with Ernie De Leon and June Cordero.
Here you're going to see Alvin Teng just really, putting his nose to the grindstone, as it were, and making sure he get the contact.
Alvin Teng with his 3rd point in the game.
He's played an impressive All-Filipino.
Yes, Alvin Teng
runs up the floor a bit more quickly. He's even more aggressive now than he used to be.
But we see him huffing and puffing a bit, and that's probably why Norman Black has sent in Ramon Fernandez. Patrimonio with a lefty.
Well, that time Ives Dignadis had tried to reach around and half front Patrimonio, and Patrimonio got the baseline. And once he's that close to the basket, great block on by Jericho Dinera on Alvin Teng.
Vance Pumaran faking a pass and then going for the hoop. And if TJ Hot Dogs lead is down to 2. Here's Boy Kamahu. Good fake off Samboy Lim. And we have a timeout by Norman Black.
Timeout, San Miguel Beer.
5 minutes to go in this ball game, in this first quarter of the game, rather, between San Miguel Beer and Purefoods. Fernandez is in. There he is.
And one thing about Fernandez is he plays quite well against the Purefoods Hot Dogs. The problem is that the Purefoods Hot Dogs team as a whole rebounds quite well. And Fernandez, well, he has problems against the bigger players of Purefoods.
At that time, Jericho Dinera tried to take the ball out of the hands of Ramon Fernandez, who had already gotten the rebound. That was just a tap out. Count stands at 16-12 in favor of the TJ Hot Dogs. Looks like a foul will be called on Glenn Capascio for sticking too close. Art De La Cruz.
He had a hand on his hip, and I think that's not the way to dance the tango.
Tell me about it.
I don't know, how do you dance the tango?
That's why I was asking to tell me about it. You seem to be the authority.
I think I've done enough dirty dancing already.
Glenn Capascio down low to Jericho Dinera, moving against Ramon Fernandez. Tries to do a Ramon Fernandez move.
Got a small boo there from San Miguel Beer fans. Now, the tempo is beginning to settle into the kind that both teams like, but thus far, Purefoods has not really been able to make the shots. They've been getting the opportunities, but I think they have to concentrate more on finishing the play. Especially when you have a big game, you want to score the points right away, and you're not really concentrating on the shots the way you normally do.
This time, Alvin Patrimonio looked more deliberate, but he was held back by Ives Dignadice. No basket there. And TJ Hot Dog still hanging on to a 2-point lead. And Coach Ding Panganiban sends in his first replacement of the game, Joey Guanyo for Boy Kamahuk.
Another outside shooter for the Purefoods Hot Dog. So you can see Ding Panganiban's philosophy is clear tonight, and he's been successful thus far.
Jerry Cordillera moving against Fernandez again. That time using his power against Ramon Fernandez.
That's what we were talking about. The double team did not appear, so Cordillera had an easy dribble all the way to the hoop.
And it's back to a 4-point lead for Purefoods. Samboy Lim has not really gotten going yet.
Bad pass there. Dignadice was on the wrong foot, and we have a timeout by Purefoods.
Timeout, Purefoods Tender Juicy Hot Dogs.
Alvin Patrimonio with eyes only for the hoop that time. And since Samboy Lim seems to have not yet gotten his basketball legs back, Ato Agustin has been sent in his stead.
Norman Black gave Samboy time to do his thing, but you know, in the game you can't really wait that long. Samboy had 9 minutes on the floor, and so why waste time? He brought in another great scorer, Ato Agustin.
And he got to work right away. Ato, however, will try and get his first 2 points from the free throw line. Oh, there's the guys we were talking about, Chino Trinidad on your left, and of course Butch Maniego helping him out. Chino, the very young trooper, is down with the fever, but not out. Doing his thing on the radio coverage over DZAM 1026, NBC, the Basketball Network.
Well, he's had his work cut out for him tonight.
Oh, yes, had a
overtime for his first game.
By the way, if you just tuned in, Shell won, as Bill said, in overtime over Alaska, 98-93.
That was another spectacular ball game.
Yes. She said it started off as a ho-hum affair, but then, what do we have here? A foul by Ives Dignadice.
Yes, he's been trying to cheat on defense against Patrimonio. Now here he let Alvin get good positioning under the basket and tries to make up for it by reaching around.
Glenn Capache is inside, kicks it back out to Joey Guanyo. Capache is now on the other side, and De La Cruz stays with him. Alvin Patrimonio looks at the shot clock. They've got all 12 seconds to work with. The ball is knocked away. We're going to have Jeffrey Graves checking in for the first time for Ives Dignadice.
Well, in that last play, there wasn't much movement on the part of Purefoods. That's why they really weren't able to get a good shot. And here's Joey Guanyo, got a good shot, but as I said, you got to concentrate on finishing the play.
That time, Jeffrey Graves showed why he is a very important facet of the San Miguel Beer game. Just grabbed the rebound away. Guanyo getting one.
Now the tempo is beginning to kick up again, Ed.
Yes. Guanyo on the run.
Now it's in that type of ball game that all the great individual talent of Purefoods really come out. And you see both these teams averaging a lot of points on the fast break, and that's transition defense that both teams are going to have to work on tonight.
Ramon Fernandez trying to weave some magic inside. Tries to get it back. He saves it at the sideline. Gets it out to Franz Pumaran. Ato Agustin is open for a long jumper. Good step of the white line. And preparing to come in is the director, Hector Calma, who will come in during the next dead ball situation for Franz Pumaran.
And you see, Dindo Pumaran senses what's happening. So he's trying to keep his team from getting caught into a running game. As all experienced players know, mahaba pa yan eh. Nasabihin niya sa mga teammates niya. At saka, isa pa eh, lamang sa tao ng konti yung San Miguel Beer.
In the meantime, Alvin Patrimonio is caught for traveling inside, and here comes Hector Calma. You see what happened here in our San Miguel Beer slow-mo. Alvin Patrimonio trying to create some space for himself inside against the phalanx of white shirts.
And you see the whole defense of San Miguel Beer collapsing around him once he got the basketball.
Ramon Fernandez moving against Jerry Cordillera. Jeffrey Graves almost got that ball into the hoop. Down to 17 seconds in the first period.
And clearly, Ding Panganiban has issued orders to whoever is playing small forward to help with the rebound. You see, Glenn Capascio earlier was playing small forward. He got a couple of rebounds. Joey Guanyo got a couple of rebounds. Because you see the disparity between the rebounding of Alvin Patrimonio and Jerry Cordillera and the rest of the squad is quite big. Cordillera is averaging 12.3. Patrimonio is averaging 10 rebounds a game, but nobody else is averaging even 5.
Ramon Fernandez missing what looked like an easy shot, and we have Purefoods enjoying a 2-point lead at the end of the first.